Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Dave Golokhov. And today he's going to give us his top 3 NHL picks of the day. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, let's start this one off by looking at the game that you first covered between the St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, bookies are favoring Chicago just slightly above the amount of juice that you prefer to lay, minus 150. Anyways, what's the play here, and what can you actually tell us about this game, man? I mean, it looks like it's going to be a tough call, considering that the Blackhawks are 7-3-1 at home, and the Blues are 7-3-1 on the road, man.
Yeah, well, this is a tough game to handicap in the sense that these two are both two of the better teams in the NHL. It's like picking between Kim and Khloe Kardashian. Really, it's all about preference here. I think, though, that I'm going to go with the Blues here because of a little bit of value, in my opinion. Corey Crawford is going to be out for the Blackhawks tonight. And, you know, minus 150 is a reasonable line in general, but I think it's a little bit too much when the Blackhawks are without their number one goaltender. I know they kind of have the Blues number, you know, dating back to that playoff series last year where the Blues went up 2-0 in the first round and then lost the remaining 4 games. You know, they easily could have lost the first 2 games as well in that. I think that this is the regular season. No Corey Crawford. Blues playing pretty well. Both teams are playing well. But I'm just taking a shot with the plus 130 value just because I think it's an even matchup, more of a coin flip than what the odds indicate here.
So it's more of a coin toss, you think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now the other game that we're looking at here is the Montreal Canadiens against the Minnesota Wild. Now the Wild are getting the love here and the odds at minus 130. And they're actually one of the best defensive home teams. Now, what can we expect to see from this match, man, and what's the recommended play?
Yeah, I'm going to go under in this one. I was tempted to take the Habs on the road in this spot, road dog. But, you know, you take a look at Minnesota. Obviously, their play has tapered off since they were fantastic to start the year. But I think part of that has been scheduling, and they've had a few days off now to rest up for this game. So I think they'll be up for it. I think what we're going to see is a strong defensive effort for them. As mentioned, you're right. They're one of the better defensive teams at home in the NHL. 2.2 goals allowed. The Habs are the second worst offensive scoring team on the road. And then, of course, you got Carey Price coming into this game, 7-2-0 in his last 9, goals against average about 1.6. And I think all that leads to an under. I'm not 100% sure on the side here.
All right. No worries on that. Now, the other game, then the last game that you covered was the Philadelphia Flyers against the Anaheim Ducks. Now, the Ducks are a huge minus 200 money line favorite. And I'm sure you're not going to be recommending play on that. And instead, you might be looking somewhere else. Now, what do you have for us in this case, man?
Yeah, I do like the puck line here. I mean, you just got a Flyers team that has just been awful, is in a tough spot, and is just not a good road team. So you got Philadelphia. Let's start with the first one. Coming into this game after losing last night in San Jose, they've now lost 9 of their last 10 games. That's brutal. You know, they're in a tight spot, as I mentioned. Well, back-to-back on the road. I mean, this team with 7 days rest on the road sucks. Never mind back-to-back situations. On top of that, East Coast team out on the West Coast, you know, they're playing night games essentially. Normally they play around 7. Now they're playing around 10 p.m. Eastern their time. So that messes with their clock a little bit. And then lastly, I mentioned them being bad on the road. They've now lost, what is it? They're 2-9-1 on the road. So they've got 2 road wins in 12 road games. So that's absolutely horrible. Not going to lay the juice with the Ducks, but I am going to lay the puck line in this spot. I think that makes sense. It's worth a shot. I think the Ducks win. It's just a matter if they cover the 2.
All right, good stuff, Dave, man. Thanks once again for all the valuable insights, and we'll talk some more hockey tomorrow, man.
Okay.
For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.